So I guess, Sean, we're trying to understand how powerful ultimately Trump is when he gets to look somebody in the eye, as opposed to the rhetoric that he spouts from speeches, talks from a platform. I don't want to be too derogatory. But I heard a story the other day, which I thought was quite interesting, about the nature of his dialogue when he's in front of somebody. It was in his last term of office, and he was in front of a very senior Taliban leader, and he was talking about America's withdrawal, what was going to happen, and there was an interpreter in the room, and he basically said to the guy, this is what the process is going to be, and you are not going to touch one strand of hair on any US citizen's head during this process. If you do, I'm going to kill you. The interpreter looked shocked, didn't know what to do. Trump turned to the interpreter and said, no, go on, tell him. So he told him. The leader looked a bit sort of quizzical. And then Trump pulled out of his pocket a picture. And he put the picture on the table in front of the Taliban leader. On the picture was a satellite image of the guy's house where he lived. And with that, he stood up and left. And I guess that's his style. That's an indication as to what he can do to press his point home.
Yeah, I think it's none of us were there. It's an apocryphal story, maybe true, maybe not. But I do think it does give a really interesting insight, I think, into his individual negotiating style. He's a classic alpha male, and in a way, I think there's a stark contrast to a lot of our political masters who, their most difficult rhetoric is, I'm going to write you a stern letter if you don't agree, which obviously these days, that politically soft negotiating approach in our sort of very accommodating society doesn't really resonate with dictators, particularly the Trumps, the Xis of this world, who probably respect strength more. And I think what we're going to see with President-elect Trump is much more a carrot and stick. We're going to hear a lot about the stick, and he's going to put some very credible threats on the table and sow seeds of doubt into the minds of those people he's negotiating with. Now, as a military guy, I'm a key proponent of deterrence, small d. I'm not talking about nuclear deterrence. Because if you've got a bouncer at a nightclub, he's big, he's massive muscles, and he looks mean, you're just not going to chance your arm with him. You're just going to judge this is not the time, it's not the place. If you've got some mealy-mouthed, wimp of a guy there who's trying to negotiate, please be nice tonight in the nightclub, please don't cause a fight. Yeah, right, get out of my way. And I know it sounds really flippant, but I sense that's what Trump is going to be doing. And in a way, from a military perspective, that is the way to deter. It's people going, I don't think he's going to kill me, but I'm just not sure. He just might do it. And that would cause just a degree. And I think we're going to see a lot of that from President Trump. Far less diplomacy, far more. I can do a deal. I can be nasty or I can be nice. What do you want? And see how the dice roll.
Yeah, quite.